We're talking about Clash of the Titans today. What happens when you are asked to give a reading with two different emotions at the same time? That's what we're talking about today on Get a Better Broadcast Podcast and Video Voice. Hello, I'm Peter Stewart. Previously we looked at how a good understanding of vocabulary will help you as a broadcaster, podcaster, so you're better able to speak a script with significance. And we'll come to much more about intonation and inflection a little bit later on as the course continues. But being a bit of a wordsmith will also help you if you're in a recording session and a director asks you to read, for example, more ominously. Yeah, you've got to know what ominous means, obviously. But the subtleties of ominous rather than scary, for example, they're two different things, aren't they? They're related, but scary could be quite shocking and bright and loud. Ominous is a bit slower and deeper, for example. I mean, will you know what they mean and how to replicate their direction vocally? And what if they said less bright but more friendly? Or take the seriousness out of your sad voice. Would you understand the nuance? This is where you have to have a pretty good grip of whatever language it is that you're working in, and understand the difference between authoritative, confident, comfortable, factual, and arrogant, which you could say is a kind of phony attempt at being authoritative. Is there a subtle difference between bright and perky? I think there is, isn't there? Is there a difference between corporate, sincere, and serious? I think that's more subtle. What's the difference between bemused and intrigued? I like that one. Yeah, there is a difference, isn't there, between bemused, you're confused about something that you already know. Intrigued, you're kind of bemused about something you don't yet know. And many times you'll be asked to combine emotion and character. You know, a director might say, can you make it sound smart but accessible? So what I'm saying is you've got to be a wordsmith, you've got to understand vocabulary, you've got to listen to people in various contexts and situations to get all of the different nuance of language and pitch and style and range and pause and projection and vocalization and inflection, phonation, and all sorts of different elements of your voice, so you know what it is when you're being asked to replicate it in a studio. Hope that makes sense. Thanks very much indeed for listening. I'm back tomorrow, of course, every single day since the start of the year, and the message gives the voice is the headline for tomorrow as Get a Better Broadcast Podcast and Video Voice continues. From London, I'm Peter Stewart.